No, it might be if you just installed it that when you reboot your computer, it will then
Oh,
properly do stuff. If you haven't rebooted it since you installed Snapchat or Snap Camera,
then yeah.
then yeah.
Okay.
There was a new version of Zoom, and apparently Snap Camera didn't work on the last version. So if you haven't updated that,
It's still playing a commercial. I know.
Yeah.
natural, smooth.
All right. We are live with our show In the Garden. Hey! If you are joining us, go ahead and say on Twitch, go ahead and say hi in the chat. Tell us what's up. Say hello. And if you're joining us on Facebook or somewhere else, jump on over to Twitch so you can get involved in the action. We are twitch.tv/NoPants Improv. Hi, Bree. To kick us off, Cagney's going to tell us a story. And while Cagney's telling us a story, go ahead, say hi in the chat and tell us about where your favorite garden is.
Nice. Well, thank you. So I have a little story about something that happened to me recently. I was on a road trip from Texas to Washington, where I live. And my wife had been wanting to go to Zion National Park for a long, long time. Ever since we actually moved to Seattle. So we got to stop there for a few nights, and on our last full day, we did the main thing she'd always wanted to do was hike the Narrows. If you don't know what that is, it's like a river that runs through these like 200-foot tall sheer rock cliffs. And so you literally walk through the river. It was a good season for it, so we were like only up to our ankles or knees at the deepest. But it's a great day, amazing pictures. We walked, I think, 3 miles up the river, so 3 miles back. And on our way back, just out of the corner of my eye, I saw something. I was like, babe, that's him. And she's like, what? I was like, babe, that's God. She's like, I don't know what you're saying. And so we passed what I saw. I was like, babe, Guy Fieri is behind us. And she's like, what? No, he's not. And I was like, back there. And you turn around, and you just see this like big frosted tip halo, like bright red basketball jersey, beet red skin, Guy Fieri. And I'm like, we're in the middle of nature, in the middle of a national park, up a river, and Guy Fieri is here? This is weird. So I have her phone in my pocket. I'm like, we have to take a picture for your mom and dad. They're huge fans. And she's like, I don't know. I don't think he wants to take pictures. Like, he's in nature with his family. I'm like, he would wear a hat if he did not want to be recognized. That hair is just screaming, take a picture with me. And not only that, his jersey said Fieri #1 on the back. So not really inconspicuous. So I'm not a big Guy Fieri fan. So I had always imagined him to be kind of a jerk just because he has this big persona. So I was expecting him to say no. And I go up and I'm like, hey, Guy, would you mind if we take a quick selfie? And he's like, yeah, brother, as long as you take it quick. And I was like, okay, first off, didn't expect that. And in retrospect, forgot about Corona as we kind of leaned in and took a selfie. But he smiled and it ended up being a great picture, which I posted on Instagram. I don't post a lot, but it got more likes than our engagement picture and our wedding picture. So definitely a Guy Fieri fan now. And my favorite part of the story, which is not the most exciting part, when we were leaving the hike, we kind of left him behind. But as people were passing us, we would drop into our conversation, diners, drive-ins, and dives. And so trying to plant a little seed so that their day would be pretty amazing in a few minutes because Guy Fieri was about to see them. So that's my story.
I love that you got to go up to him and be like, hey, Guy.
Yeah. I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't think he's a Mr. Fieri. So it was a nice story. Now I'm a fan. He's a cool guy.
That's cool. Great story. I love how you dropped all those Easter eggs for the people watching.
Yeah. I'm hoping they gathered them up.
Nice. Well, thank you for sharing your story. I loved it. Some of the gardens that people have said are their favorite in the chat are their grandparents' garden. And another one is the Amsterdam Kuchenhof Tulip Gardens. I hope I said that right. If you have more favorite gardens, please feel free to throw them in. Also, either something cool you've learned in a garden or something cool you found in a garden, even if it's banal like a grasshopper. Just, give us little garden words that we can try and work in through the show. We appreciate that. And so now we are going to turn off our cameras, and when we come back, we will start in the garden.
Hello? Hello? Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi. I've been growing tomatoes for 50 years, and I don't think I've seen one that's just this lovely and red.
Okay. All right. Look, I appreciate it. Farmer Ned, I appreciate it. But for all these years, you've been talking to us in the garden, and we appreciate it. It helps us flourish, but we're having some issues going on, and I wasn't supposed to do this, but it was tasked to me to let you know that we can speak.
All of you?
Yeah. No, easy. No, easy. Don't have a heart attack on me, big guy.
A little bit of a shock. I said a lot of things about Edna over the years. And
yeah.
I talked about the kids, like the time when Jessica was going to college and we were having a hard time paying the tuition.
It's tough, and obviously we've made sacrifices as well. But it's been nice. We've been hearing about how Jessica's doing, and it's all good in that. But look, you've just been going through and doing this just because your dad did it and your dad before that, and we appreciate that. But I just look. I've been worrying. Is it what you want to do, right?
Nobody's ever asked me that before.
That exactly. That's it. That's what I'm saying here.
Look, I mean, you all know that sometimes I read you all poetry. Yeah? And
yeah.
I haven't really said this to anyone, but some of those poems were mine.
What? No.
Really? Yeah, no, I've got them in a spiral-bound notebook in the bottom of my sock drawer.
It's always, they're so free flowing, and I always imagine that they'd be great if you were scatting them in a song. When you did, remember when you did "Ode to Kitty"? Do you remember that one?
Yeah, no, I remember. I remember that one very well. Yeah, it's a really nice poem. Nobody's ever said they never said that they liked them before. You guys really think I should publish them?
Look, the whole thing. See, now you're coming to me, and this needs to come from you. And just look, I've been talking to a lot of the folks, and I don't know if you've ever thought of sort of like a personal coach sort of thing, but it's just you always bring so much to nourish the garden. We wanted to do something to nourish you.
No one's ever said that.
And Farmer Ted continues his walk through the garden, where he stumbles across a friendly bird box. Hello.
Well, you all could talk too. I mean, I knew.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, did you not know that?
No.
Oh.
Give me another shot to the heart there.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. That wasn't my intention at all. I didn't mean to worry you. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's just being friendly, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't come down this part very often. You're sort of always messing around with the vegetables and stuff, aren't you, Sarah? It's just pleased to see you, really.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been inspired by the birds that you house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I love the birds. Love the birds.
You know, I wanted to say I've been holding a poem about you.
Oh,
Sharing it with everybody.
I've always listened to your poetry from a distance. When you come and read it to the tomatoes.
Right. Yeah, no, I know. I wrote one about you.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
Well, you would?
Yeah.
All right. Gentle box that keeps the birds
That's me, isn't it?
and warm. Thou dost hold thyself strong and firm in the garden as the seasons drift. I would keep thee in my heart as thou dost keep birds, warm and safe and full of love.
That is beautiful. No one's ever written a poem about me. No one's ever written anything about me. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you're swinging a bit. I probably should fix that steak that you're on.
Well, I didn't like to mention it, but in the winds last winter, the steak did take a bit of a beating, and I've got kind of used to it, but it does make me a little bit sick, actually.
I'll take care of that for you before I move on with my walk in the garden.
Oh, a poem and you're fixing my steak. It's nice, this, isn't it? Just chatting. It's lovely, yeah.
Absolutely. Just a second. I got to cut it back a little bit.
Tell me, there's something in your eyes. I'm sensing something in your eyes, a disquiet or a confusion. Are you okay? You got something on your mind, or?
You know, you all have been so nice. You've been helping out with the college tuition I've got to pay for Jessica, growing yourselves, and being a comfort for me with my poetry. I lost Edna last year.
Yes.
My wife.
Very sorry about that.
It's all right.
I would have sent flowers or a card or something, but I just didn't know what to write.
You didn't have to send anything. You're already here. Look, I guess it's just enough knowing that you're here. And I never care.
Well, thank you. That means a lot. And for the record, I think your poetry is excellent. I think you should maybe consider being a poet. I'm not saying you're a bad farmer, but you're not a very good farmer.
I suppose that... But it's all right. I mean, it sounds like the vegetables have been taking care of themselves better than I've been taking care of them all this time.
Yeah, I've watered them a couple of times, to be honest, because you forgot. But it's okay. We don't hold it against you, but maybe just be a poet.
All right. I think I'm going to keep walking. Thank you.
It's nice chatting. Take care.
Farmer Ted continues walking and comes across the potato patches.
Yo, Ted, I heard that you heard we could talk now. What up?
I just wasn't expecting you guys to be a little early in the season for you, but I'm glad you're here, that you're talking.
Yeah, you want to vape, bro?
Well, I mean, I guess I always do.
You could use it, you know. I know I'm underground, but I hear you crying like a lot, you know. It like harshes our mellow down here. We're vibing, we're vaping, we're hanging, and we're like, oh, is that Farmer Ted crying again? And it always is. It's good fertilizer. It helps our garden a lot, but like, man, you gotta perk up a little.
Oh yeah, I think that potato over there has it. Oh, yeah.
Smelled someone hitting that vape. I would like just a little, little pufferoo.
Oh, Jackson and Buddy, my friends. I'm gonna blow in your faces. Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you. Hate to bogey and run, but got to do just that.
No, it's all right. You keep going.
So, farmer, how
Yeah,
you doing? How you doing? You know, how you doing? I hear you writing more poems these days. They're pretty good, you know. You should like turn them into dubstep or something sometime. That'd be cool.
yeah, well, the tomatoes were just telling me, and the birdhouse. What will you all do if I don't take care of you from time to time? I mean, well, I suppose you could just sit in the garden and mellow out, and that might be okay.
I mean, yeah, we're having a good time here. Look at us bopping. This is Jackson. We're bopping. Jackson's good at dubstep. He could compose your songs for you.
You know,
Right, Jackson. We'd be fine, wouldn't we?
We'd be totally fine as long as we got that vape and that groove.
It's funny you mentioned that groove. I've often felt almost like I could hear a beat from underground every once in a while at night. It's almost as though it was like a little nightclub under my feet, like when Ed and I were young.
You heard about Jackson's nightclub? Jackson, I told you we'd catch on.
I know. Now there's going to be a line. Get those beats to the door.
Ooh, we tried to cover. We'll try to cover it. See, Mr. Farmer Man, we're fine. We'll even make money. We can pay to keep the farm growing. We'll charge a cover.
Well, 2 potatoes keep the faith now, and I'll see you at the end of the season.
Hey, but for real, we love you, man. You gotta do what's best for you. You gotta find your vibe in life, because if you don't, it's gonna be a real sad life. Ain't that right, Jackson?
That's real right. Ride easy. Ride happy.
Never learned so much from a potato.
Farmer Ted walks on and finds a beautiful caterpillar on a leaf.
There.
Hello, Farmer Ted. You don't know me, maybe, but I know you.
I don't know you, but you're beautiful.
Why, yes, I am. I am a rare caterpillar from Morocco, and I boarded a ship on top of a bushel of potatoes. And I made it all the way here. And soon I will become a beautiful butterfly.
Well, I remember not liking invasive species all that much, but you're so lovely and charming that I feel like I should be a little more open-hearted and charitable.
Yes, don't mind that I ate all of your zucchini squash flowers.
Well, excuse me, I'm a little shocked that I suppose it was in the service of beauty, right?
Listen, after I become a butterfly, do you know what happens next, Farmer Ted?
I suppose you flutter off the next farmer's fields and lay eggs and eat their zucchini?
Do you know what I need to lay eggs? Look, Farmer Ted, I've heard you crying at night in your room.
I hadn't thought about that since Edna passed, but I think you're the most beautiful creature I ever saw.
And I think you're the most beautiful human I've ever seen.
You know what they say about love at first sight? That it's true.
Maybe you'll write me a poem for our wedding day.
Maybe I don't need to wait that long. Maybe I've got a poem right now. Right at the top of my head. Spines so sharp, and colors so bright, who slither on the leaves and dance away the night. But wait, you turn and change and become something even more beautiful and strange, a butterfly to take my heart. And I hope that our love indeed will never part.
I'm sure our love will last as long as the 5 days of my whole butterfly life.
You could have a whole love affair in 5 days. I'm sorry, I don't think I got your name. I feel like I should know your name. It's only fitting.
It's Celia.
Celia.
Kiss me, Farmer Ted. Kiss me quickly.
Oh, it's
I'm gonna tell the rest of the garden about this.
no, please. Celia.
Excuse me. Are you Farmer Ted?
Yeah, that's me. I'm Ted.
How you doing? I'm Zoning Commissioner John Friday. I came out to your place. It's actually your turn to be inspected. I just want to make sure everything's up to code, that everything's you haven't built anything off property. You don't have any plans to build anything off property. I'm just checking everything, just usual tax, end of the year type stuff. I just need to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Well, all right. I can't see how it would hurt. Been a few years since you came out.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you currently making any income?
No, sure. Yeah, no, we had a wonderful tomato crop last year, and we sold some very nice radishes at the roadside stand earlier this spring.
I don't need to know about your season or anything. Can you give me like a number, like a yearly salary type number?
Oh, I suppose I'd have to check my record book.
Okay.
Hold on a moment.
Okay.
Here it is.
It's a big book.
That $6,337. Yes, that's our income so far this year. Literally yet. Time left in the season,
I'm so sorry. Did you just say you've only made $6,000 this year?
What? Only June. And the harvest hasn't come.
You realize as a functioning farm that you need to maintain an income, a yearly income, a yearly salary, a yearly profit. You need to be somewhere in the range of $100,000, $200,000 for something at least 10 acres or bigger.
Woo.
And you're at $6,000 for 6 months. That's $1,000 a month. You're about $94,000 away from the minimum. So,
sorry that you gave me a shock. I thought you said I needed to earn another $94,000 this year.
no. Yeah, well, actually, yes, I did.
Oh.
Listen, I'm going to be blunt and very honest with you. I can go around and look at all the stuff here and make sure everything's up to code. You're in the right parameters and everything like that. But honestly, it's not going to mean anything if your actual income / profit for yourself and for the farm. I mean, if you got 6 G's right now, do you have any idea what it takes to maintain this thing? How long have you been in ownership of this place?
Well, when my father died, that would have been back in, it's about 53 years.
Listen, I'm going to give you my card. Again, John Friday.
Right, Mr. Friday, you mentioned that. Yeah.
Zoning Commissioner. Listen, I don't want to take down anything and make it permanent just yet. Okay? You seem like a nice guy. For some reason, I see you as some sort of like artist or poet, maybe a writer. I don't know. It's just kind of the vibe I get. I'm a vibes person. I'm a frequency person. And yeah, it looks like your vibe and your frequency is much stronger in the art form of words than it is in the art form of making money to survive. So I'm going to come back a little later, and I'd love to hear some sort of plan you got in place, because if not, you and this farm are in real big trouble. farm garden. I mean, there's tons of foliage around here. I don't know exactly what you want to call it, but this area of land, man, you got to do something, bud. Okay. I'm gonna go down the road, hit up Stripes or Town and Country, get a soda, maybe a little gut bomb burrito. I'll be back in maybe half an hour. Okay, bud?
Half an hour. Of course, Mr. Friday. Yes, I'm not sure I can figure out something.
Listen, I just need you to focus and give me some sort of idea. Okay, bud? Oh, look at that. It's a little deer.
Across the farm at the gossip tree. Did you all hear what's going on?
That Friday guy, screw him, you know?
Yeah,
Giving old Ted a heart attack like that.
he's been here over 50 years.
We gotta protect old Ted.
No one else is going to.
Or maybe he should just lose the farm.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
I could have the farm for myself and all my sweet kittens.
Tabitha, you are always trying to cause trouble, but I love it. I love it.
So we don't help him then. Let him ruin the farm because he already has, really.
I don't know, Tabitha. I'm really feeling that we band together. We help Farmer Ted, you know? And maybe in the process we can also get some more farm freedom for you and your kittens.
Oh, sweet Daisy. You're so positive and sweet and kind.
No,
Daisy's just
everybody thinks I'm sweet. And I just feel like they don't even see me.
dear.
You know?
Don't you think Daisy would be tasty right now?
I think so. I'd be willing to tell everybody about it. You got something juicy.
Hey, Mom. Sorry I'm late.
My sweet kitten, I adore you.
I know. Thanks, Mom.
We're thinking about taking over the farm. Farmer Ted's not doing such a good job anymore. Well, he never really has he?
No, he never has. Okay. Why do you think we eat pizza crust all day and all night long? That's all we ever get.
We need to convince Dear. Dear.
Well, I also heard something that can help bring Farmer Ted down.
I love this.
Where's Sadie? I thought I heard her crying. I thought I heard her whining as I was approaching. Did she leave?
What happened?
Tell us what you heard, sweet dear. Tell us.
I heard that Farmer Ted got really worked up after a poem and kissed Celia.
No, he did not. That's it. I'm in on this plan. Let's take Farmer Ted down.
It was all
Oh, there you
tongue and whiskers.
But Celia's like way hotter than him. Why would she kiss him? She's like the queen of this farm. I don't understand why she would do that. She's like up here. She's powerful, and then he's not as powerful. So why would she do that?
She did it because she knew I had my eye on him.
Butterflies like to play games. That's what I've been saying.
And the great thing is, Celia's gonna die in a few days.
Let's
Wait,
her.
I'm sorry. Is Farmer Ted secretly hot? Mom, am I allowed to go for him too? I like love triangles. That sounds fun.
Don't you dare! My sweet kitten only goes after tigers or lions. You're worth it. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
listen to your mom.
Lost
Okay.
in the confusion of his newfound financial troubles, Farmer Ted wandered and stumbled and walked around and found himself in a part of the farm that he hadn't been in for a very, very long time. Ted! Farmer Ted!
I did remember planting avocados.
Ah, well, that's the problem, isn't it? You see, mate, what you've forgotten is that you planted us because we are basically liquid gold. Well, we're not liquid, we're solid, but we're green gold.
Why, I didn't know that you all grew up here in Vermont like this.
We have been growing. We're not supposed to, but we have been growing like crazy down here, and you don't give us the time of day. You spend all your times with the tomatoes and the potatoes and all of that kind of thing. And how much money are they going to get you?
Well, they've only gotten me $6,000 some odd dollars this year, and I'm going to lose my farm. But what?
Right. Well, wake up and smell the avocados.
Avi, are you trying to convince him to make more avocados again?
We need more avocados.
No, it's always this one thing for you. I'm telling you, cattle. You should consider cattle.
By pound for pound, avocados are worth more than cows.
All right, but people like what people like. I'm not trying to defend the whole agribusiness thing, but the fact is, cows sell. And
Listen, friends, I only have a half of an hour before that John Friday fellow comes back, and well, all of you avocados are already here. You're all so beautiful.
When life gives you avocados, Farmer Ted, what do you do?
Make guacamole, of course.
Yes. Open a Mexican restaurant.
You think I'm an avocado? Okay. All right. Okay.
Well, you're green.
Okay. Why do people always focus on the color of aliens? Okay. Yes, I have green skin. There are many shades. Okay. Like
I have green skin too. Don't say it like it's a dirty word.
No, I don't.
Proud of it.
God. That's not what I mean.
Oh, bloody hell.
I'm the one who's been making the designs on the field. That's me.
You've been doing what?
I've been making designs on the field. I got bored and I just thought, hey, let's spruce it up a little. So it started with circles, and then I started for more dramatic diagrams. Honestly, some of Ted's poetry spoke to me, and I began to think more that I should move beyond mission to other artistic tasks.
Whoa, first the talking vegetables, and now
Nope, you don't get to go back to Edna that easy. Pull it back. Pull it back.
Okay. I kind of wondered why the wheat looked a little strange with all the patterns and the whatnot, and
I thought it was just a scam. I thought it was just a scam. People kids getting drunk and coming in there and doing it at night.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just gotta. I mean, this is incredible, but I've got to save my farm, and I only have a half of an hour.
Can't sell crop circles, can you?
But hold on a moment.
I don't do it for commerce.
What are you doing for the bottom line, Mr. Alien?
Honestly, it becomes a number of issues if I attempt to do things for financial gain. Then the IRS requires me to report the income, but I don't have a tax ID number currently, and they have been getting some real pushback on that.
I do, and I think it would be amazing if we just sold some avocados and charged admission to see the crop circles. Real crop circles made by real aliens.
Oh yeah. People will pay money to come and look at bits of wheat that are bent over, won't they? Yeah.
I think we need to play the aliens thing down just a little. It creates some issues. Sorry, is my eyes doing weird stuff? Because I got some shit from the potatoes, and I think it's fucking with me.
Yeah, you got a weird eye thing going on there, mate.
Oh, that's not cool. Not cool.
Stab it with me nose.
That's all right. I felt a little loopy when I was hanging out with the potatoes myself. Probably why I was feeling a little off balance with Mr. Friday. But say, we could just have people walk up to the barn and they could see out and see the crop circles and maybe
whilst eating an avocado.
You really one thing with this avocado with you.
Guac circles, eh?
Oh no!
About guac circles.
Oh, you had to know that was terrible when you said it.
It's genius, mate. It's genius.
Suddenly, Farmer Ted feels very lightheaded, and he passes out, only to be awoken by An angel figurine.
Huh?
Farmer Ted.
Edna, is that you?
I wish it was me. I've come to give you a message from dear sweet Edna.
You have?
Yes.
I mean, I did kiss a caterpillar just now, but I love you. I love her. You know.
Edna forgives you for kissing Celia. She understands how Celia is all about transformation, and you must think about transformation yourself, Farmer Ted. You must let go of the farm. Go and visit your daughter Jessica.
I'd love to see her in New York. Maybe I could go to a bookstore. See some.
Yes. For the potatoes will continue to vape, and they'll burn the farm down. And the cats will just continue to breed and take over as well and dig up the potatoes. And there will be Armageddon in the garden. So please.
I don't know who I'll give the farm to then. I can't burn down. Where will the tomatoes go?
The tomatoes will just continue to be wild. And they will be eaten by the mushrooms.
Okay.
But wait. Don't do all this until you've heard from Edna herself.
Oh, Angel. Tell Edna I love her. I believe you. I'll do it. I'll go to New York and be a poet. Oh, thank you.
Edna must come and visit you. She must tell you. She must let you go from the farm.
I'll wait for Edna's voice. Thank you.
You're welcome, dear Farmer Ted. Peace out, man. Peace out.
I see the strangest vision or dream. Oh.
You can see me.
See you.
What are you doing? Listen to me. You've dreamed about being in the bookstore. You've dreamed about being a poet. I don't know what you're doing anymore with all this farm stuff. I was the farmer. I was the one who did all the good farming.
I know.
You never even noticed that our vegetables can talk. How is that possible?
Well, they were trying to be quiet and be nice. I mean, they're trying to speak to me. It's like they were muted or something.
Yeah. Mutant tomatoes.
It's
typical.
And you're just beautiful as I remember seeing you in life. You with your
Well,
oh no, sorry. Oh my God. I was having this moment where I was like, I can't cross the barrier with my voice to the other side. It takes some adjusting. I just wanted to say, I heard Edna's name. I'm like, is that Edna? And it is. I'm like, damn, you're looking good, girl. So I just wanted to say, I miss you, you know?
I miss you too. I miss you too.
I don't want to get in the way of things. I just, okay, cool. Bye.
Thanks. Yeah.
You're the same way, darling. You're beautiful. Yes. Hi.
Edna, you're back.
I'm back, but I'm back only just for a moment, just to provide a little guidance to our poor lost Ted.
Ooh, what kind of guidance will you tell poor lost Ted? I'm here for the popcorn.
Well, please, everybody should hear. My plan for you, I think, Ted, is you should harvest the vegetables, all the talking vegetables, and attach little poems to them. And because they're talking vegetables, they'll go viral, right? And then, then the people will read your poems, and then somehow, yada, 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 you'll get famous, right?
I think I understand now. I started a channel on YouTube. Maybe I'll have Jessica show me how to use TikTok.
Please.
And we could be, wait, yes, we could be famous at the.
Oh, I can't be famous with you. I'm dead. I'm
Oh, I know.
dead.
We'll call it Edna's Farm.
Oh, that I like. That I like. But I want to tell you one last thing before I go. I'm cool with you and Celia. I think that's a good match, you know? I think she gets you.
I knew I loved you.
All right.
We'll get off
You could do it, buddy.
Goodbye.
You could do it. Goodbye.
Oh, Farmer Ted, I'm your favorite cat, Tabitha, remember? And you want to get me famous too, right, Farmer Ted?
Well, of course, Tabitha. I'd love to. I mean, maybe we could have a segment about catching mice or sunning yourself or something.
And all of my kittens too. In fact,
Of course, yeah. Yes, of
And
course,
you-
all of your kittens. I'm sure they'll have their own fan base within the channel. You know, we need all of us.
well, all of us sounds like too much. I think just me and my kittens, Farmer Ted. Let's make a deal.
Deal? What kind of deal are you talking about? I mean, I think Edna gave me pretty clear directions about what I needed to do.
Oh, Edna's a dead person. What does she really know?
Well, usually when dead people come back to this side of the world, I try and listen to them. You know, they get angry otherwise.
I'm here. I'm alive. I think, and this is my deal, Farmer Ted, I think I will harvest all the vegetables in the garden. I will have them talking to me in my own YouTube channel with my sweet, sweet kittens. And you can just relax.
I mean, I could go be a poet and leave the farm in your capable feline claws.
Meow, you got it. You got it. Mm.
That does sound pretty appealing. You know, why don't I walk back to the house and get everything together for that. I just have to, you know, get a pen, paper, and the like. Sign everything over.
Terrific.
I heard a buzzing.
I'm the Spanish fly, Catalonia.
Oh,
I couldn't help but overhearing your conversations and some other conversations as well.
Flies, I guess, get around. They're always in everything.
We do, and I'm here to wake you up, Ted. I'm here to wake you up.
Am I still in a vision?
You need to start being such a poet. Get your business act together. Tabitha does not have your best interests at heart.
Oh,
No,
I thought there was something
no.
slippery about her.
She may be alive, and Edna might not be alive, but Tabitha being alive, she wants to take over. She wants to own your farm. She wants to rule the roost.
I got that, but I don't know who I would turn it over to. You know, once I go to the big city and try and be a poet, someone's got to water the tomatoes and make sure that the potatoes have enough vape cartridges and the like.
Well, all I can say is this. Don't choose the potatoes. They have a bit of a drug problem.
I know. I've got to find someone who can take care of it, someone who can live a little bit longer than a fly, though I appreciate your advice and your pretty colors.
Always here to help. Best of luck to you, Farmer Ted. I'll buzz about now.
Thank you, California.
We cut to Farmer Ted and Zoning Commissioner Mr. Friday.
All right, man, I tell you what, I haven't found a clean restroom in about 4 hours, so I'm gonna make this as quick as I can, okay?
All right.
what did you come up with? What kind of, you got any big business ideas? You gonna go to Amazon and have them take over the farm? What are you planning?
Well, as a matter of fact, I do have a bunch of business ideas. You won't believe this, but over in the north acreage, there where the sun hits just so, I've got a whole avocado orchard. I'll hit $100,000, Phil. Not any problem.
So what are you thinking? Are you thinking of like starting your own like guacamole brand? Maybe like trying to wholesale it into like grocery stores, or are you gonna just try to sell the crops themselves? I mean, what are the details here, bud?
I think that boy, just depends on how good the roadside stand does this year. I think that'd be beautiful, and well, I plan on selling tickets to my crop maze. It's there on the.
Ted, hurry. I'm a beautiful butterfly now, and we need to mate so that I can have my 1,000 babies.
Yes, Celia, darling, let me just take care of this boring business, and then you and I will dance over the fields.
Listen, but I'm not gonna dance with you. You and I need to figure this business out, okay? Because
I quite understand. I'll have a business plan submitted to you about my avocados and the guacamole that I sell on the roadside stand, and our YouTube channel that we'll be starting. Why, we'll hit $100,000 next month.
Okay.
Now, excuse me.
I only have 5 days, though.
I have some other business I need to take care of.
Okay, well, do you have like a restroom I could use real quick? Because I mean, we're not done, but I'm gonna be done if I don't hit the head. You know what I'm saying? I need to.
I think that if you just head over to the compost pile, it'll appreciate it. I'll see you later.
You want me to take a crap in? Okay.
Oh,
Ted.
Your colors are even more beautiful than I could possibly have imagined.
Of course they are. I can't wait to have all of my babies with you, and then you will raise them, and then you will mate with them and raise their children, and then you will mate with those children and raise their other children, and on down the line.
But Cecilia, I mean, you're beautiful, and the thought of being with you even for just a moment is enough to get my heart going again. But I'm thinking about raising thousands of children. Where will I ever find time to write poetry?
Oh, I see. It's your dream that's more important. That's fine. No. Go on. Oh, you lonely, lonely poet. And I will be a motherless butterfly.
Celia, darling, I'm afraid that we can't be together. We'll be like two butterflies passing in the sunshine, just there glimpsing one another, appreciating one another, but sadly fated for different destinies. Because mine lies with my book of poems in New York City, and I think that yours lies in a zucchini field next door. I'll never forget you.
Give me one last kiss, Farmer Ted.
Oh, sweet Celia.
And now I shall go die.
Keep walking over here.
I've got an idea.
Caledonia,
I think you should speak to the deer. If you can get the deer on your side and away from Tabitha's side, you may save this farm yet.
I never thought of the deer before. We've always been enemies. You know, they eat vegetables and crash into things.
But Farmer Ted, if you want to save this farm, if you want to do something extraordinary, you have to rethink those relationships. You have got to make alliances.
You know what? You're right. I'm going to go right out to the Salt Lake and find the deer.
You find that deer. Bzzz.
Hey, whoa. Dear, it's all right. I left my rifle back at the house.
Yeah? You promise?
That's right.
Are you going to try to make out with me?
No, I came here with a business proposition.
Good, because it sounds like you get around a lot.
You know what? It's funny what happens when all of a sudden when you're single, everybody wants to be with you all of a sudden after having been out of a relationship.
I saw a ladybug that had suspiciously long eyelashes that looked like yours.
Well, thank you for flattering me, but really, I came here because I need your help.
I also heard that your hands are never clean.
But that might be true. I mean, I am a farmer, you know. It's hard to get clean, but with the dirt and the ink and all of the rest. But I came here with a business proposition.
I also heard that half of those kittens have the same white stripe in their hair like you have.
Well, listen, there might be something to that. You know, it did get lonely after a while after I lost Edna. But I came here not to gossip. I came here because you're the only you're the only deer who can save this farm.
Really? I wish I could talk to my father about that, but I think he knows your rifle a little too well.
What if I left? What if I left and I never came back? What if the farm was yours? You could have your pick of the vegetables as long as you took care of them. Or you could have any of the potato leaves you wanted, as long as you let them vape in peace and didn't burn anything down. And we could make sure the farm was safe forever from the county commissioner and the tax collector and all the rest of them.
I hear you coming to me with all these options, but I've heard through the grapevine that you have way too many irons in the fire. You have babies that you want to have. You're making business plans like they're just a dozen muffins in an oven. You really think you can go around promising everybody everything?
Well, that's just it. I'm not promising everybody everything. But you see, I left Celia so I could go to the big city and be a poet. And there are people who are scheming to take over this farm where you and all of your colleagues, vegetable and animal, will be in trouble if no one's there to mind it. And I'm asking you if you'll take over that duty to mind things.
Sorry, I'm a bit of an eavesdropper, but dear, he's right. My mom sucks and she's really selfish, and I know she says that she's your ally, but I heard her talking to one of the tomatoes earlier, and she said that she would turn on you in like a heartbeat. So,
She said I would turn on Farmer Ted in a heartbeat.
Really?
she can't be trusted. You need to take the farm.
You have convinced me. I will take the farm, but I will throw that rifle down in the ravine on the upper quadrant.
Oh, well, I understand.
If Deer takes the farm, there will be Armageddon. And I heard that, kitten. You're no longer my favorite. You will suffer the consequences.
You're my only mom, and you're still not my favorite. I don't care.
That hurts. That hurts a lot. I'm really actually sad by that. I'm just gonna go lick my wounds, and then I'll start the Armageddon. Mark my words.
Don't cats lick themselves all over all the time anyways?
My mom's not smart.
Don't worry about her, Farmer Ted. She's got no support on this farm. I've been all over and I've heard a lot, and she's really grumpy, but it comes from her sad heart.
I think I understand why if the rest of you could have control of the farm and I was out of the picture, I think that, well, maybe you could turn her sad heart around just like you turned my sad heart around.
Think so. Now,
We work together.
That's right. You all could work together. I think, friend, I've got something right here. The deed to the farm, and it's yours. I'm turning it over to you, and that's it. I'm off to New York City with my poems.
We cut ahead 2 years later in a small cafe in Soho as Farmer Ted slowly approaches the stage to an audience looking forward to his poetry.
Cats lie and cheat. Cats move only to their own beat. Cats are sneaky and they lie. Cats would stab you in the eye. That's why I got a dog. Except, 2 years ago, when I first got to the city, I thought I'd never get my own poetry reading here in the Green Glass Cafe. But having you all here has been the realization of a dream for this old heart. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We cut back to the farm and what has transpired in those 2 years.
Oh, that's some good vape.
You guys, you're always stoned. Why don't you do a little bit of work? Come on, we're a collective.
Ooh, sorry, that was a strong hit. I felt like I was zoning in and out or something.
All right, everybody, listen. I know that we've talked about turning the back 10 acres into a marijuana farm, and I really appreciate y'all doing the research, but we've got to get this together. We've made the farm solvent, but we're not making anywhere near as much money or having anywhere near as much fun as we could.
You know what's worth more than weed? Avocado.
Oh God!
Every time.
Every time.
Need more
Guacamole is
avocados.
overrated.
Take that back.
You know what's more versatile than an avocado?
Nothing.
I'm imitating the way you're saying it. Avocado. It's a potato. I can be fried, mashed. I can be fried in a million different ways. I can be baked. If you want to talk about versatility.
You're usually mashed, aren't you? You're always mashed. Mashed is your favorite, isn't it? Always.
Stop it, you two. You guys know nothing turns a human on more than a Spanish fly.
Okay, enough. I am Jessica, Farmer Ted's daughter, and I am going to make a guacamole farm. I'm taking back this farm, and I am disgusted by the potato vaping, by these talking tomatoes, by the Spanish fly who poops on everything, and by this avocado who knows it all. And you, deer, you're supposed to be a sweet deer, and yet you're allowing the farm to be taken over by these talking vegetables and fruit.
Hey, deer got us flowers for all of our birthdays, so he's nice guy.
First of all, Jessica, that's just rude. And secondly, don't talk to deer like that. He holds the deed to this farm. You can't just come in here like you own the place anymore.
Jessica, can I talk to you for just a second? Because I had this conversation with Ted 2 years ago. And I remember he was going through a lot. And sort of, as you can do this, you can be a farmer, but is this what you want? Is this where your heart is?
Yes.
Oh, that's a different answer then. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna take
it's
over.
just usually the people who it's like in their heart, they're a lot more chill. They're not so like, oh, they yell at us one day. They just look and yell at us, talk about getting rid of us, calling deer mean people. It doesn't sound like you enjoy it. Just my opinion.
I understand that we need a long time to grow as plants and vegetables, to grow as people and to grow ourselves and to become better and more tasty.
And look, while we're talking about stuff, maybe it's not upset about the farm. Is it the relationship? Because I've got to say, I'm just going to put about this. you and John Friday, it's a weird mix because like you're up here and he's like not quite there, and we've been talking about that. So,
Yeah. Someone really outkicked their coverage on that one.
So I want to apologize then. I just came from the city, so I'm still rattled and I still have coffee in me. But once things calm down, let's work together. Let's work together and make this farm great.
We understand, Jessica.
Can I still throw parties?
Great. Sorry?
Can I still throw parties?
Yes, and just vape underground, and I won't say anything.
All right, you're not half bad, Jessica. You're not half bad.
So, Jessica, what do you reckon? More avocados?
Oh,
Always
no.
avocado.
Oh.
Not this again.
Avocados.
And scene. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our In the Garden show. We hope you liked it. Farmer's Ted saga and leading to his daughter Jessica coming back to take over the farm was really fun and very beautiful to play. We'll be here every Sunday and Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/NoPants Improv. And we're glad that you came to watch. We hope to see you on Wednesday. We're going to do a mono scene called Snowed In. So it'll be one long scene about a bunch of people snowed in a cabin. It'll be a lot of fun. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.